how do you actually become an expert in the field of marketing? And I've seen so many people who want to start an agency, but they're just not sure how because they're worried about their lack of expertise in this field. So let me show you how I would become an expert in marketing. This is actually what we did. There's a certain level of what you would say, fake it till you make it, but you want to be careful with that because if you go out and you start an agency and you promise the world to a customer and you say, I can do this for you, I can make this beautiful website, I can, do all these things on social media for you. If you overpromise and underdeliver, that's going to be a disaster. So be careful faking it till you make it. You can a little bit, but don't overdo it. So the way that we do this, first of all, on how to become an expert, there's really two different ways. The one, and the best one actually, is to work for a marketing agency for a while, learn the ropes, and then go out and do it on your own. That's basically like the apprentice model. A lot of people aren't going to want to do that because it takes time and you have to spend 6 months or a year at another agency learning the ropes. I understand. If you don't want to do that, the other option for becoming an expert marketer is to offer your services for free. And I know this sucks, but offer your services for free. Be very transparent and open to the businesses that you bring on as clients initially and say, look, I'm becoming an expert. I'm learning how to run ads or I'm learning how to make websites. Can I do this for you for free? And what you're going to find is that a lot of businesses are going to be willing to take this up because, you want to learn how to do this. It's free to them. There's not really anything for them to lose. And then once you do that for a couple of customers, then you can go out and start selling that as a service. Once you have those under your belt, you've built up some experience, you feel more confident, and you can use them as referrals for future clients that you can actually start charging money for. So that's how I would become an expert. But there's one other thing here that's going to be really important if you want to brand yourself as an expert. And you need to make sure that you have a professional looking image before you even begin to reach out to anyone, as a potential client. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, make sure that you have an LLC set up. This is going to be important for billing, for sending emails that is coming from a formal company and not just like, some random person and that they don't have to like write you a personal check. That's just kind of weird. So once you have your LLC set up, you also are going to want to make sure that you have a clean professional website up and running. You can use something like Squarespace. I think most people know Squarespace, but the reason why this is important is because when you reach out to someone, whether this is cold email or you give someone your business card, when you reach out to them, they're going to look you up. They're going to look at your website. And if you don't have a website or if it's a pretty bad website, it's going to be hard to lock down even your first customer. So what I recommend doing is you can go down below into the description of this video. You can go to santralmedia.com/Squarespace and you can set up a website. I would do this today, spend 30 minutes, spend an hour, just create the basics on your website. And you can see how easy it is to launch a site on Squarespace. Like they already have templates made. It's super easy. You can fill this out, add your services on here and get it up and running today. So I'll leave that link down below in the description. It is an affiliate link, so it helps support this channel when you go through that link and create an account there. But I really do recommend Squarespace. There are some other options like Wix and stuff, but I think Squarespace is really going to be the best option just in terms of ease of use. And it's not going to be too expensive, about $20 some per month for getting that up and running. So when you create this Squarespace site, you'll also have the option to get a Google admin account. This used to be called G Suite. And what this is it's going to give you a professional email so that instead of reaching out at like NateBobPoophead447@gmail.com or at yahoo.com, instead of reaching out like that to potential customers, it's going to be from a very clean email from your domain. So it'd be like nate@santralmedia.com reaching out, and it looks much more professional. I know from a personal experience that when I get emails from people with Gmail accounts, I don't take them as seriously. I know that's bad to say, but it's true. People judge, and that's one of the first things that you look at is what email account it's coming from. So just spend a little bit of money, get the Squarespace site up and running so that you have some level of authority. You can build this out in an hour. I would just do this today, and then you can get that Google admin account so you can set up that clean domain. I think it might be a bit of an upsell. I'm not sure what the cost is on that for Google admin when you do it through Squarespace, but it's going to be pretty cheap and it's going to be worth it. It's kind of like an investment for your agency is to get that up and running and having that professionalism. And that's one of the biggest, most important parts of just creating agency is making sure that you have that website up and running. Now, other things you can do to build some expertise. Look, we have so many videos on this channel alone. I mean, we have hundreds of videos showing you how to do all these various different things, whether you're trying to run Facebook ads or you're trying to set up email marketing campaigns, you're trying to figure out MailChimp software. We have videos on so many of these different topics. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel and go check out those libraries of videos helping you with those topics the internet is incredible. Like the amount of free info that you can have on there is really, really useful. Now, I'm not a really big advocate of online courses, but I would say another route for becoming an expert is just go and spend like 10 or 20 bucks on something like Udemy. They're not sponsoring this video at all, but there are courses on Udemy that are super cheap that will teach you how to do specific things like running ads or other things like that. Okay, so you can check them out as well. I just wouldn't spend tons of money on courses. Like you can do a lot of this for free, but Udemy is pretty cheap. So, it's probably not too bad. All right, so to sum up this section, the process that I would go through to become an expert in your field is to, first of all, make sure that you look professional, create that professional site, have that professional email address, then find a way to become an expert. That's either going to be through becoming an apprentice somewhere else, which is going to take some time, or it's going to be by offering your services for free, being very transparent with the business, saying, look, I'm learning how to do this. Can I do it for you for free? No cost to the company at all. Just let me run it and see what happens. And then use that experience that you've built from doing it for free to then go and get customers that are going to pay you money. That is the process that I would go through to become an expert in this field. And then also utilizing all the free info, all the free videos that we have on this channel is going to help you quite a bit as well.